Hey everyone, welcome to week 5 of our course. There are, as you all know, only 7 weeks in this course, so we are very, very much in the final stages of our work together. I hope that everyone has continued to learn a lot throughout this course and has found the social change project meaningful. This week, we're going to focus on health, which absolutely includes mental health. This is always a timely topic to discuss in terms of health disparities and its impacts on the populations that we serve. But as you can imagine, particularly during a global pandemic, discussions about health and mental health and its impacts on both the populations that we serve and on us as social workers are really important things to explore. So what you'll do this week, you'll have just a couple of assignments this week, and they'll revolve around a discussion post. You'll do a similar sort of exercise as you've done in previous weeks for your discussion post, where you'll need to do a search online for news articles related to the topics that are discussed in the learning modules this week. And then again, respond to the prompts that are in there. Make sure that you are responding to 2 of your peers' posts just to make sure you get full credit for your discussion posts. You also want to focus on the, again, sort of almost the final part of your social change project this week, which again, there's only 6 parts of the social change project. So even though it's a 7-week course, you get a reprieve next week from your social change project. You do not have a paper due next week. So enjoy that next week. But for this week, for Module 5, what you'll need to do is a couple things in your social change project. What you'll do is you'll again sort of pick an area of physical or mental or other sorts of health issues. So something that was discussed in the module this week, and you're going to use the first 2 parts of your response to your paper to describe the following. In the first part, you're going to again sort of present your understanding of the issue, not the issue that you chose for your social change project, but an issue from the policy areas that we're exploring this week. And you're going to talk about how you think that you, in particular, could impact social change efforts in your practice in this area. So, what are things that you could do? What are things you could advocate for? What are things you could integrate into your practice? You'll focus again on that portion of policy from the readings this week. In the second part, or part B, what you'll do is not talk about your practice and what you could do for social change efforts, but you will stick with that same topic. So, again, something that's discussed in this module, and you'll talk about larger levels of social change, how that could improve the population that are being impacted by this problem. Okay. So, one thing that I like to provide is a quick example. So, for this example, let's say that we are talking about challenges with access to health insurance, right? You could, in the first part of the paper, talk about how, as a social worker, you would advocate for clients who you're working with that may not have access to insurance, how you would work with them to get access to other programs that could provide insurance coverage for them. You'd, again, just really be identifying what you would be doing in your practice. And then in part B, you could do something like how, like you would discuss potentially how Congress could potentially pass some laws that would support equal access to or greater access to health insurance across the board for everyone. So that's one example of how you could approach parts A and B. And the last part of the social change project for this week, part C, what you're going to do is you're going to return back to writing about the target population that you've been writing for the whole period of this course. And what you'll do is talk about how you can create social change for your current or your future social work practice for this population. So those are going to be your 2 assignments this week. Reach out to me at any point throughout the week if you have questions. I'm always accessible through email, and I am also always accessible to have a virtual meeting if that would be helpful. Best of luck to you. Keep up all the great work. I saw some lively discussion in some of my sections this week, and I'm so grateful to see that happening. And just make sure that you're keeping that going. Take care.